Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com. It is Thursday, June the 9th, 2 days before 6/11, or should we call it 9/11. Will there be a disaster? Will the Simpson clock come true and we actually have some type of false flag event as portrayed in this clock? Will it happen? I don't know. That's a good question. The charts certainly line up to support it. So I don't know what this means. It could just as well mean November the 6th or November the 9th or September the 11th, 9/11. But it could also mean 6/11. As you can clearly see, the clock could easily be 6/11. And it is a nuclear bomb that goes off, so let's hope that nothing like this happens over the weekend on Saturday. I don't think it will, but you never know with these gangsters what they've got planned. So as far as the market goes, it certainly will support a wave three of three going down, assuming that this 1370 is the top of the market and the final top of our primary wave 2 up, which you'd have to look at that on the monthly chart to see that. Assuming again that this is primary wave 1 down and to March low at 666, and then this is primary wave 2 up, and we have started primary wave 3 down. If that is the case, then inside of this we have already made a wave 1 down, which would have been to here, and then a wave 2 up, which would have been to here, and now we have started a wave 3, and inside of this wave 3 there's generally 5 waves inside of it from Elliott wave perspective. So so if you were to make this a wave 1, you would expect a wave 2 to go up to here, and that would actually support the charts. If you look here, as I said, I thought we were way too low before, that the selling was exhausting itself. It did go down a little bit further, but it looks like it has bottomed. As you can see, when you get in that negative 7.5 and negative 10 area, the charts, the market tends to find bottoms there and tends to come back up. And so what I like to see, and we're still at negative 2.5, it could roll over tomorrow morning, and that would be it, and then go down in a nasty wave 3 here, of this larger move being a big wave 3, of the whole move being a wave 3, so a primary wave 3. But it's only I guess you'd call it on a daily chart, you'd call this large move down a major wave 1, and then this smaller moves down would be some type of, I don't know, intermediate wave 1 or minor wave 1, minor wave 2, minor wave 3. Starting inside of it is microwave 1, microwave 2, then a microwave 3 inside of minor wave 3, inside of intermediate wave 1, and inside of primary wave 3. Well, it's a lot of waves. Wait till October comes when we hit 3 of 3 of 3 of 3 of 3. It'll just blow your mind when you just see this dropping right off a cliff. Anyway, LA wave is all speculation anyway, so I'm just going by what the charts tell me, and so I'm a little bit early calling my bottom, which is typical. I tend to be a day early sometimes, and but anyway, it does look like we have started to move back up finally. A day late, but we have started to move up. So the question is, will we roll over here and continue on down in this wave 3, or will this right here move on up to at least 0, if not cross into to get maybe to 2.5 positive? I'd like to see it get to at least to the 0 line, which means this right here should be an ABC move up, meaning we had our A already. We started to B down. I don't know if it's finished or not, but we started to B down into the close. So if it recycles back up in the morning and goes back up and pushes hard up to 1305, 1310, somewhere in that area, to recoup maybe 50%, maybe only 38.2% the fib levels of this move right here. I don't know if it's going to make it quite up this high. It might, but if it does that, and if it does it quickly, then I would expect some selling to start into the close. If it does not do it quickly, if it starts to sell down here in the morning, struggles and just kind of goes down here, and you can see the volume is light, it doesn't get anywhere near this bottom right here, just kind of goes down to finish the B during the first hour or 2 hours. That first hour or two is when the traders are trading and they're trying to push it down. If they are unsuccessful in getting any momentum going and it starts stalling, putting in bottoming tails, then you can pretty much assume that all that's happening is this 60-minute chart is just dipping the first couple of hours, and then into the close you should expect it to roll back up and put in a lower histogram tower, making negative divergence as the market runs up higher for a wave C. That's what you should expect. How high it goes, I don't know. If that's the case, that probably will continue all the way into the close. I don't know if it's going to roll over into the close at that point. I would tend to say no, I doubt it. That the more likely scenario based upon this 60-minute chart would be a couple of lower bars here in the morning, then back up a little bit to put in a higher low, second tower basically, to put in that negative divergence, which would mean we'd be going into Monday with a wave 2 that would be complete, or maybe just a quick pop on Monday morning and that's it, or maybe a gap down on Monday morning if they stage some false flag event. But that would certainly set it up if it rallies into the close and then backs down just a little bit. Obviously, if it closes right at the high, it's strong. I doubt that it's going to immediately crash on Monday morning. But if it goes into the close and then you see another quick sell-off like this, leaving a small topping tail, that could indicate that Monday morning could just gap down and just not recover if they stage something over the weekend, some type of 9/11 event. So, you know, but if the Elliott wave count is right, then this is the wave, this whole move down that has not completed yet is a wave 3. And inside it you should have 5 waves again. And this is only the first wave. This should be a 2 wave, then a 3, inside of a 3 again. So, you know, call these minor waves, or microwaves, I'm sorry. Then minor waves would be the full wave 3. The major wave would be, look at that on the daily chart here so you can kind of understand it a little bit more better. With this whole move all the way up to here is primary wave 2 from the March low of 2009. Ends here, you start primary wave 3 down, but should take you all the way down to Dow 3 or 4,000 before it's done, into 2012. So it's a long wave, obviously. But inside it, you'd have 5 waves: a major wave 1, a major wave 2 back up, and a major wave 3 down. I'm looking for the major wave 3 down to start in October, the week of October 23rd, when the next Legatus pilgrimage is. So that's when I expect that to happen. Now, there is a meeting going on over the weekend here. It is the Bilderbergs. They are having a meeting. I'm going to put this video here. I can pull it down. Okay, the Bilderbergs 2011 background. Their meeting is this guy here. He talks about it. Let me see here. I just wanted to. I'm going to put this link here on the page for you so that you can go check it out and watch the video. But their meeting is this weekend. Now we know that the Legatus pilgrimage and the Legatus meetings, period, these are turning points many times in the market as these insiders cash their checks. The Bilderbergs is made up of the same group of gangsters: George W. Bush, George H. Bush, Bill Clinton, George Soros, Warren Buffett, Henry Kissinger, David Rockefeller, Jay Rockefeller. These are the gangsters. These are the ones that are worshiping reptilian demons, and maybe demons themselves. I don't know if they are or not. There's plenty of pictures of them on the internet with them shifting their eyes and stuff like that, where they could be replaced and they could be demons. I don't know. It's hard to say. But regardless, they're bad guys, and they're the ones that set the stage for all of this. So if we do have a move up, this would certainly, set it up for a wave 3 of a. Let's see if I can say this right. A wave 3 of a 3 of a 1 of a 3. Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. And that would be for Monday if they set something up and some disaster. So, as you can see on the daily chart, we are hooking back up. Now, do I think that this is going to be the same as this? Look here at the similarities here between them. And yes, they do look similar. As you can see here, this one bottomed at 32, 33. This one went a little bit lower, maybe 31, 32, and it took them back up. And so you're thinking, okay, is it done? And again, we discussed that before. I do not think it is done because of the weekly chart. The difference was with the weekly chart. I said that this would go lower. It has already. I think it still has lower to go. I know it's hooking back up, but I still think it has lower to go. And that's all based upon the weekly chart. The differences between the two. The differences between this sell-off, which basically was right here, it just barely went down into negative territory, and this sell-off, we are already deeply into negative territory with no signs of turning up. That's the difference. Is here we barely crossed. We were way up here in positive territory. Here we are still in positive territory with a long ways down to go. Again, on the weekly, we have already went past this previous level here, and I think we're going to go all the way down here to 20 before it curls back up. That's why I think it's a more powerful wave. That's why I think that this is not going to look like this right here. I don't see this going back up like that. I see an up move tomorrow if all goes as planned. If it goes down a little bit in the morning and just hovers around here again with some light volume, and you can see it's being supported, then you should expect a move up into the close as this pushes back up and gets here to 0 or 2.5. And so again, that would allow this 30-minute chart to go down here and recycle back up. It may not even go below there. It may just barely go below, just like this, and then recycle back up and push on higher. And this one here, obviously, you look at where it was here, probably should go on up to that same area, I would suspect. And so dip down in the morning again and then recycle back up. Same thing here. So this would be the A, and then you'd have a B that wouldn't come down near this, and it would recycle back up for C wave on up to this 1305, 1310 area, somewhere in that area. Now, you can also look at this as an inverted head and shoulders, with this here being your head, this here being your left shoulder. If we carve this out, if we turn back around early tomorrow and go back, then that would be the right shoulder, making an inverted head and shoulders pattern to push up. I just don't think that it's going to allow the bears that easy of a short. I just don't think that all the bears jumped on board here and shorted here, thinking that's it, that the trend line held and all this. But I really think they're going to be fooled, because I think that they're going to take this up into Friday. Again, I don't know about the close tomorrow. Same thing here. You can see this easily could support a little bit more downside in the morning. Maybe go down here and fill this little gap right here even. Go down there and fill that little gap and recycle back up. And same thing here. You can see it's pushing. It go down here to 20, recycle back up. Same thing here. Go down here to about 0, recycle back up on the 15-minute chart. All this is pointing to me a dip in the morning and then a move back up to make a two wave back up in an ABC pattern, and then that leaves everyone guessing for what's going to happen over the weekend. And these gangsters like to play those games. They're not going to let it be so easy. So if they go up there and close it again, I don't think they're going to close it at the high. I think there will be some selling into the close, and so, but I do think they're going to run it most of the day tomorrow and close it positive. Who knows where? But of course, now here's the wild card. If for some reason they open and they open gap open or something like that, I doubt that. But if they gap open it and run it real hard to squeeze, you should expect that to sell off into the close big time, because that would be an exhaustion move up. I don't favor that scenario. That would mean that you might crash on Friday. I don't favor that scenario at all. I think if anything, it'll open flat or slightly down. It'll go down again, recycle back up later in the day, and spend most of the day going back up, and then maybe a little bit of selling into the close, setting up Monday for a possible crash. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for, folks, and can't think of anything else. I will see you guys on the blog. Thanks a lot. Good luck, everyone.